Hey, 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 courageous leaders, happy Friday. I am super pumped to be coming in and doing this live for you today. I'm full of energy. I've had a good night's sleep, thank God, which hasn't been happening lately. And I've just done a live stream with the awesome Helen Pritchard. So I'm literally bouncing like Tigger to be delivering this live stream to you, which I'm really excited about. And this is all about how you can stand out, get recognized as an expert and win more business in 2019. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So if you are watching the replay, as always, please let me know that you are watching. I'm just going to wait a few minutes so that we can wait for people to come on live. I've got the backdrop of the awesome Christmas tree in the background, feeling really festive. Things are ramping up now. We've had school plays this week. We've had Father Christmas visits. We've done visits to the post box to deliver Father Christmas letters. We've got Christmas jumper day today at my kids' school, so a nursery. So I am fully in the Christmas spirit. I'm really excited. I'm super pumped, and I'm really excited to be delivering this training to you this morning. So if you're coming on, say hey, let me know how you're doing and if you are in the Christmas spirit this morning. I know that Facebook is taking a little while to notify people of coming on live, so I am just gonna wait a few minutes whilst we are coming on. Before I do that, I want to welcome new members to the group. We've had some new members join in the last few weeks, and I just wanted to say hello, welcome. It's really great to have you here in the Courageous Leaders Club. Hopefully you feel welcome here, and please get to know everybody. They're lovely, and if you don't know who I am, I'm Helen Packham, and I'm a leadership and business coach, and I help entrepreneurs use their stories to stand out and win more business, as well as getting recognized as experts. Hey Jerry, how are you doing this morning? Are you feeling festive today? Let me know how you're doing. I've got the smell of Norwegian spruce coming through the house, which is a very nice smell. And I've got my chunky jumper on because it is quite chilly. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this live stream is because two reasons. One is personal, the other is professional. So if you haven't seen, I have been talking a lot openly lately about a mindset stuff around owning things. I wasn't owning it for a good few months this year because of things that happened in my life, my personal life, and that had a big impact on my confidence. And so really coming out of that, the other side of that now, I am very much getting back into, owning it, really showing up, being confident in what I do, knowing my worth. And that is exactly what, I help my clients with. I help them really to own what they're great at, get recognized as experts, and win more business. And I see a lot of this happening, particularly at the moment, and I'm guilty of it as well. Hey Pragya, how you doing? Is that they're not owning their expertise, right? It's not happening. And what I mean by that is, what I see people doing, and I am guilty of this as well, is we get off our path, right? We get led off our path thinking we've got to learn something else, or go on a course, or get some more knowledge under our belt that distracts us away from the thing that we're bloody great at in the first place. And the thing is when you sit in your expertise and you really own it, then what you're doing is you're tapping imagine like a deep well. You're tapping a deep well of greatness that you already have inside you. So you don't need to go outside and find anything else, because it's all in there. And this is what I help people do. When I work with clients, I look at that in detail, and I really dive into what is it that you're great at? What is it about your story, your journey, your life, your business experience that specializes you in a particular area where you can get recognized as the expert? And by doing that, it feels good because you're confident, because that's what you already know. You don't have to bolt on something else. And Jerry, you're saying there, always reaching for the next shiny thing. You don't need to do that, okay? This is why I'm doing this live stream. I want to get in there with a little bit of tough love and say, if you're looking forward to 2019 and thinking, I've got to learn more skills, right? I want you to stop and rethink your plan and have a think about this instead. The strategy that you're overlooking is mining your expertise. That's where it lies. That's where the confidence lies. That's where the courage lies. That's where the know-how lies. That is where the money lies. That is where the money lies, because that is where people are going to come to you for that thing that you are already great at. And the reason why you're already great at is because it's what you love. It's what you're passionate about. It's what you've built things on, right? It's what you could do all day long and not get bored. That is the thing that you want to focus on. And what I'm going to help you do in this live stream is show you how to do that, how you can actually do that, how you can get recognized as an expert in 2019 using what you already have. So you don't need to acquire anything else. You don't need to buy anything else in terms of acquiring new skills. You don't have to go off in any different direction. You can mine what you already have and what makes you great. Let me know if that sounds good for you. Give me some likes, some hearts, or post something in the comments to let me know that that is a good thing and that's something that you want to hear, because that is what I'm here to deliver to you today. Okay, so, right, let's get started. So there are a few things that I'm going to take you through. Let me know how you are feeling about this as we go through. If it resonates, if you've got questions, please do ask them and I will answer your questions, okay? I'm here to help you with this. I want to help you rethink your strategy for 2019, all right, here, right now, today, okay? Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to talk to you about, how you can actually get recognised as an expert and win more business in 2019, is an inside job, okay? It has to start inside. You have to start with yourself and you have to own it. Now, I know I've just said this, I've talked about this a lot recently, but you have to know that you have got expertise and that people need what it is. They need you for your expertise and that you have something to say and you've got something to share, and that is a unique blend of your own journey and your own story and your own experience that you're putting out into the world. Okay, the big problem that I hear around this is so-and-so is doing this, so-and-so is doing this. If you're a mindset coach, okay, if you're a mindset coach and you see other mindset coaches really, really nailing it, and you're worried and you're not owning your expertise because you're worried about what they're doing, come back inside yourself. Don't go out, go deeper and really hone in on your own expertise. Sit down and map it all out, right? What is it that makes you great? Do a bit of a life CV. Remind yourself of why you do what you do. Now that's going to be different from Joe and Bob and Tracy, or whoever we're labeling here. It's going to be different from them. Yes, they may have expertise in a similar area, but stay in your lane with it. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing, because you've got your expertise and you are perfectly within your own right to share it and get recognized for it. So if mindset is an issue for you, if owning it is an issue for you at the moment, please do post in the comments below, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching live, and let me know. Are you not owning your expertise at the moment? Let me help you with this right here, right now. Let's see what you're saying here. Realised I wasn't showing up as me being corporate, but I'm also a driving instructor, had a travel biz, etc., etc. Absolutely. So what you're saying there, Jerry, is what we refer to as the 360 leadership. Okay, so what I help my clients do is establish what that is. What is the 360? Showing up as you, what does that actually look like? Because to get recognized as an expert, to be the go-to person, you have to show you, because that's what's going to stand you apart from the rest. So, really, really good point to lead on to is you've got to show up as you. Driving instructor. You're also a driving instructor. I didn't know that. Didn't know that, Jerry. Didn't know that at all. Hey, Thomas. So, you know, it's oh, hang on a second. You need to show up as you, okay? That is something that you really need to do if you want to get recognized as an expert. That may sound like counterintuitive, but it all starts with authenticity and people connecting with you as a human being. Then they will recognize you for your expertise, but you've got to, diving, okay. You've got to show up as you. Now, doing that is things like sharing your story, sharing your opinions and your personality, showing your values in your content. It's not just all about how to. It's about this is me, this is my story, okay? It's really showing people the 360 of who you are, because that's what's going to differentiate you from other people. That is what's going to make people remember you. And that's what you want. You want to get recognized, okay? First and foremost, you want to stand out. You want to get recognized as an expert, then you want to win more business. So first of all, own your flipping expertise. And secondly, start showing up as a 360 leader. Start showing up as all of you. The third thing is to get really clear on what that expertise is. So as I said, sit down, do your life CV, really hone in on the things that you do that are based on your best knowledge and experience. You can show up shirtless. Go for it, Thomas. Go for it. Your best experience, the thing that lights you up, the thing that you could do all day long and not get bored. What are those things? What are they? And what part of your story taps into that? Because it's all about the story. It's all about the story. The story is where you're going to find your confidence and your courage to actually start sharing it more and sharing it in a big way. Because I'm going to be talking about going big in a minute, okay? And that is what I'm going to recommend that you do. Yeah, please do show up shirtless, Thomas. We'd love to see that. The next thing to do is get clear on the message. Okay, so getting recognised as an expert also means getting recognised as an authority, and it also means getting recognised as a thought leader, okay? So thought leadership is bandied around a lot, but what I really help my clients with is getting recognised as a thought leader, and that really means sharing your ideas with courage. And to get recognised as a thought leader, you need to be saying things that other people aren't in relation to your expertise. What are your beliefs? What are your opinions? What are your messages around the stuff that you are great at that you can start sharing with the world through speaking, through online marketing via video, through podcasts, through guest articles, through all of these amazing things that are going to elevate your status and elevate your visibility? What are those messages? Traveling has played a big part of my life, including being shipwrecked, lots of being self-sufficient, which I think is a great life skill. That needs to really play in, doesn't it, Jerry? In your storytelling, in your videos, in your speaking. That's fantastic stuff that's going to really stand you out. It's going to really help people to understand who you are. Fantastic example. So what is the messaging? Now, I have this thing called the Kansas City Shuffle that I work with my clients. Basically what it is it's where you're going left where everybody else is going right, okay? Where are you going left? This is the thing that's going to get you recognized as the expert. Double down on it, get really clear on it, and then the more you talk about it, the more you share it, the more people are going to ask you. So I'm now getting to a point where I'm being invited to speak. Being invited, courage is a big topic for me. And about, I believe we have unlimited reserves within us already. And that's my message. I'm now being asked to speak about this a lot more. I'm speaking at an event in January. Lisa Johnson, who's in this group, Charles Wasman, is talking at the event. And I'm going to be talking about courage, the courage quest, how to live your best life with bravery. So I'm being asked to speak at these amazing events because I've got clear on my message and my expertise in this area. And this expertise is based on my personal journey and my professional journey, okay? So what is that for you? Get clear on that. The next thing that you can do is get clear on getting visible. You need to get visible, okay? So first of all, you need to own it. You find out what it is, get your messaging clear, then get visible, okay? So you need to get visible. Now, getting visible means showing up on social media, on online platforms, on telesummits, on interviews, on dual live streams, guest expert sessions, Facebook lives, videos, you name it, posts, whatever you want to, however you want to show up online, that's how you do it, okay? And getting visible. Obviously, video is a fantastic way to do that. I highly recommend it because it's the best way for people to actually get to know you. It's the best way for people to connect with you. Of course, there are other ways that you can do it, but get visible, you know, and I'm going to go through different ways that you can do that in a minute. But getting visible online and getting visible offline. The offline strategy is so important. This includes things like going to networking events, going to local meetups, going to conferences, going to speaking gigs, landing speaking gigs, all of that sort of thing. Get visible on and offline because they feed into one another and they create a great recipe. And there's nothing quite like connections in the real world for signing clients a hell of a lot quicker, for standing out. You know, I went to Youpreneur and I made some awesome friends there. And now they're in this group and we're still connecting with each other. And I'm recognizing them as the experts that they are, and hopefully they're recognizing me as the expert that I am, right? And that was just from going to that conference, and I've made some awesome friends from that. Get visible, get out there, get out from behind your computer and get on camera as well, okay? Because that's going to be the way that people see you, they connect with you as the expert, and they want to know more about you, okay? So let me know what you're thinking about this. Tell me how you're feeling about this. What problems have you got? If you've got any questions, please do post them and I will answer them as I go through. The next thing that you need to do to get recognized as an expert, hands down, is to start speaking, okay? Becoming a speaker, whether that be an online speaker, offline speaker, in any capacity, is a fantastic way to get recognized as an expert, because the immediate thing that being a speaker does for you is gives you authority and credibility, because it takes courage and guts to stand up in front of a room full of people and share your expertise in a coherent and impactful way. So if you haven't started speaking yet, put it on your list, and it doesn't have to be big. It can be a local group. Just start. And my biggest piece of advice there is just start. Do more of it. The more you do it, the more you get recognized as an expert in it, the more you get asked to do other things, and it leads on, it leads on. It's also a fantastic way of winning more business. Hands down, speaking gets you clients. It does. It just does, because people see you, they connect with you, especially if you're telling stories. There's the human connection through storytelling. It's the most powerful business tool that you can have in your arsenal to get recognized as an expert and win more business. Now, of course, you may think I'm biased. That's what I help people with a lot of the time. I've got a speaker program that I run. But honestly, it's true. It works for me. It's worked for my clients. So if you haven't started to speak yet, do. And if you are speaking, think about what's your strategy for getting more visible with speaking in 2019. What opportunities can you go for? What is available to you? Make that happen. Okay, let me know how you're doing. You've all gone quiet, guys. Post some comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Have you got any questions about this? Let me know. The other thing is, so with getting recognised as an expert, you also want to get recognised as an authority, okay? So that comes with things like speaking, but think about how you can get recognised as an authority. So I've talked about your messaging. Good, Jerry, love that. Talking about your messaging, where can you share these messages so you can establish yourself as an authority? Now, I've got a few examples that I can give you here, but guest articles for publications are a surefire way of doing that. Getting in the press in some way, shape or form is really good. Going on podcast interviews, which are relatively low-hanging fruit, depending on what podcast it is, really great way of getting visible. And it's very easy to get on a lot of podcasts because they're always looking for people to interview. Radio is something that since I started to get a regular slot on the radio, things are, it's a fantastic visibility thing for me and authority piece. And that came from, working my way through. Now I'm a regular on BBC Sussex every month, right? And it's awesome and I absolutely love it. But it establishes me as an authority because I'm on BBC Radio. Yeah, it may be BBC Sussex, but it's still BBC Radio. Getting published in the Independent national press for me was a great authority piece for visibility, for reach, for credibility. You know, if you get into a national newspaper in some way, shape or form, it's great, it's fantastic. It also leads on to other things. So, but if you're thinking, that's all too much, what about podcast interviews? What about guest expert live streams? I've just done one with Helen Pritchard over on her profile. Helen Pritchard is the LinkedIn expert. We just did a dual live stream talking about our businesses. You know, how can you do that? This is a really, really great way of getting recognised as an authority. Guest articles, regularly do a blog. It's going to really establish you. It's good for your SEO. It's good for Google search. And if you write for Thrive, that's also a really great thing. But how can you get recognised as an expert through the content that you're putting out consistently that delivers these messages that you want to be known for? So what can you do next year that's going to get you recognised as an authority in this way? There's so many opportunities for getting visible in this way, and it really does wonders for your credibility. The other thing that you can do to get recognised as an authority is hang around with the right people, okay? This is huge. If you are hanging around with the people that are going to lift you higher, that you respect and are credible in what they do, they will lift you up. And for me, this year it's been big for that. As always, it's always something that I think is important. I was able to get some fantastic people to speak at my conference because of it. Anne Daniels, the Polar Explorer, spoke at my conference. I'm now going into some joint venture partnerships with some amazing people. I can't talk about it all right now, but they are big names in what they do, and I'm going to be joint venturing with them. And for me, that's a great way of me getting recognised as an authority in what I do, because they're killing it in what they do. So hang around with the people that you want to operate with at the level that you want to operate. Yeah? Keep like-minded people in your circle. Work on the relationships with the people that can lift you higher and help you get recognised as an expert. It's so, so important. And a lot of people overlook this because we forget about relationship building and we just see it as like, oh my God, I've got to get sales. Take that back and start having human conversations, like Lady Jules White says. Start having human conversations. Hey, Andrea. And my last piece of advice, I've given loads of stuff here, but my last piece of advice is to pick the one message and the one method of content and deliver that consistently. If you want to get recognised as an expert and win more business in 2019, you need to get laser focused. And in an online world where we're showing up every day and we get confused about the types of content we're putting out, I would pick your one message in line with your expertise, your one content method that works well for you, and just focus on that. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because I went to Youpreneur, and that was one of my biggest lessons from Youpreneur this year. Play to your strengths. Showing up online takes energy, right? It takes energy to do it. So focus on the thing that you enjoy. I love Facebook Live. I love video. I get so much energy from it. So that's my main thing. That's what I'm focusing on. And yes, all the other stuff can come after. I can repurpose from there. But think about, what is the way that you like showing up the best? What gives you the most energy? Is it writing? Is it writing blogs? Is it writing little posts? Is it doing video? Is it doing Facebook Live? What is the best way for you to show up? And double down on that. I think if we took action on putting into the world the things we know right now, it would blow the collective socks off people. Exactly, Thomas. This is exactly what this is all about. Focus on what you know and share that. You don't need to acquire anything else. You don't need to acquire any other skills. You just need to focus on what you know and blow the socks off those people. Absolutely. So, just to summarize on this, you need to, first of all, if you want to get recognized as an expert and win more business in 2019, you need to own your expertise. You need to know that you've got something to share, which you have, and it's all inside you, and that it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing because you've got your own special way of delivering that, which leads me on to showing up as a 360 leader. Show people you, because if they connect with you, that's when they connect with your expertise. Get clear on what the expertise is. really drill down into it. Mine that expertise because you've got it all in there. And get clear on the messages that are going to help you go left where everybody else goes right. So people know you as the go-to expert and the thought leader in that area. Get visible on and offline by consistently showing up on and offline. Think about the ways that you can do that work best for you, which was my last point, which is picking the one method of content delivery and the one message that's actually going to really hit home and show up consistently to deliver that. So offline, that looks like speaking gigs and meetups and networking events. Online, it could be podcasts, it could be guest articles, it could be Facebook Lives, whatever it is. But really focusing in on what's going to help you get recognised as an authority. What radio shows could you go on? What press could you get in? What publications could you get in? What podcasts could you feature on? That's going to get you elevated. So you're hanging around with the right people, and those people are lifting you higher, and you're getting known in those publications as an authority and an expert. So hopefully this has been helpful to you. This is obviously something that I'm very passionate about, and just through tapping back into this myself, I've seen some phenomenal results for myself, and next year it's a big strategy. The speaking gigs I've got lined up next year, the plans that I've got, the people that I'm JVing with, all of that is really living and breathing this stuff, and I want you to do the same, okay? So I hope that's been helpful to you. And if you need help with this is what I do. This is what I do. My expertise is helping people get recognized as experts, okay? And using powerful ways to do that connect with people authentically, like through storytelling, online and offline, through public speaking, through online content marketing, using stories and video, and really helping you be the go-to person in your niche. If you need help with that, I've got one place left on my mastermind. The doors close Christmas Eve, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to fill the place before then. It's a 6-month mastermind where you get to work with me for the lowest price that you'll ever be able to get to work with me one-to-one and in a group collective. My prices are going up in January, and this mastermind won't be this price again. It's an entry price, it's a beta program, and you get one-to-one coaching with me every month, specifically focused on your goals and how you're going to achieve them, how you are going to get recognized as an expert and win more business in 2019. It's called the All-Star Mastermind. One-to-one coaching, mindset coaching to help you own it. You need to own it, and I help you break down those blockers and really freaking own it. So that's going to be a big part of it, as well as you get me as a coach in your pocket the whole time for accountability, for support, and the best bit, there are some amazing people signed up to this mastermind who have their own areas of expertise that they can bring to you. And every month we have a mastermind session, and you get to share that with each other, help each other out with your problems, and help each other as a group. And there'll be 2 in-person days, so we meet up and we do masterminding together, as well as a whole load of other stuff, which is really going to help you. If you need a plan, you need accountability, you need someone who is loving but also gives you a kick up the bum to actually achieve the things you want to achieve in 2019, send me a message. There's one place left, and the doors close Christmas Eve, but I'm sure it will be gone before then, because I'm speaking to quite a few people. If you think that's something that would benefit you, just shoot me a message and let's chat. Let's just chat, and we can talk about it, and we can see. There's payment plans available for the whole 6 months, everything included. One-to-one support from me, peer support, in-person events, guest experts. It's £3,000 or 8 payments of 357, or you can make it in 6 payments as well. 8 payments of 357 is an absolute bargain compared to the amount of high-touch premium support you're going to get to help you achieve your 2019 goals. So I'm going to leave that with you. If you've got any questions, give me a shout. Any questions if you're watching the replay on what I've covered today, just let me know. And I hope you all have wonderful Fridays, and I will see you soon.